It's LBI Region Report time, and Lori, here we are, our first show of February. And I have to say, lately, we started having, like, I thought that the January temperatures were more like what we'd expect in February with the blustery cold. But lots of great things happening. Valentine's Day is just a few weeks away.
Yep, we're going to talk a little bit about everything. Of course, we have the big game coming up.
Oh, there's a game.
There is.
Oh.
There is. And so we're excited about that. And of course, plenty of local help if you're going to plan to party. And we know there's a lot of Philadelphia fans out there, a lot of Go Birds fans. So I'm hoping everybody's going to have a great time. But we're going to talk a little bit about that. We're also going to talk about coming up, our next chamber event is February 12th, and it's our winter nonprofit forum, and it focuses on actionable insights. So we partner Southern Ocean County Chamber along with our charitable affiliate, SOCA, Southern Ocean Chamber Association. We partner with Stockton University Manahawkin campus as well as the Ocean County Culture and Heritage Commission to bring at least 3 times a year free beneficial nonprofit forums. So our winter forum is scheduled just in a few days, February 12th. And we're really excited about that because this, again, no cost programming that we've really tried to bring speakers in that can really be an expert in topics. And this winter forum is going to do that. It's a dynamic presentation from Art Pride, New Jersey's advocacy team, has planned to guide the community leaders through key distinctions between advocacy and lobbying, sharing actionable insights and best practices to elevate your organization's voice, discover how to deepen engagement, champion missions, and most effectively activate our community for meaningful impact. So if you need help with grants, if you're looking for sponsors, or even thinking about how do you build a better board, this is all going to be touched on at the forum. And again, it's going to be February 12th. It's at the Stockton Manahawkin campus at 712 East Bay Avenue. There's no fee to attend, but the organization representative must register with the Southern Ocean Chamber by calling our office, 609-494-7211, or emailing kate@sochamber.com. And we're really excited to have Art Pride's Director of Advocacy Operations, Vincent Hall, and Director of External Relations, Vanessa, to really guide us for just a great morning of networking and development. So save the date. And again, if you volunteer, if you're professionally staffed, if you're just part of a committee and you'd like to get a little bit deeper into how to further and advance your organization, all are welcome. So please save the date for February 12th. And if you do get grants from the Ocean County Culture and Heritage Commission, this are points towards your grant obligation. So it also works that way as well. So real excited about that. And we also have another very big event coming up February 27th, and that is our job fair. And, we're encouraging businesses, of course, we're encouraging job seekers, but right now we're talking to businesses to join regional, county, and state employers to advance just our workforce here in Southern Ocean County. It's happening February 27th at the Mainland Conference Center in Manahawkin. And we're really excited because our guest this morning is going to tell us a little bit more about the value of workforce and everything that's going into partnering with bringing this, hopefully, career advancing job fair to Southern Ocean County. So we're going to introduce Samuel Ware. He is business representative of the New Jersey Department of Labor and Workforce Development. Good morning, Sam. How are you?
I'm great. How are you? Good morning.
Good. So welcome. We're really excited. As I made the introduction before you appeared, this is Samuel Ware. He is Business Representative 1 for New Jersey Department of Labor and Workforce Development, and he's one of the Chamber's most valuable partners in helping us advance permanent workforce, part-time or full-time, here in Southern Ocean County. So thanks for joining us, Samuel.
Thank you for the opportunity. It's a very gracious introduction, and I truly appreciate it.
So I'm sure you want to introduce yourself a little bit. So did you want to add to that?
Yeah, sure. As you mentioned, my name is Samuel Ware, and I am the New Jersey Department of Labor's Business Services Representative for Ocean, Atlantic, and Cape May counties. My job in that role is to promote the programs and services of the One Stop Career Center and the local Workforce Development Board to the business communities in the areas that I serve. In Ocean County, I work out of the One Stop Career Center in Toms River.
Very valuable. If anyone, Samuel, the one thing that we say over and over in Southern Ocean County is that we always have residents, new residents, whether they're moving in from other parts of the state or other parts of the country, but we also have a lot of 55 plus communities, and many people come down here and they'd like to restart their career or reestablish, employment. And it's so important for them to know the resources that are available within Ocean County. And thank you for mentioning the One Stop Career Center in Toms River. So, what is the Workforce Development Board? And at best, do a deeper dive. What is the One Stop Career Center?
Yeah, by all means. The Workforce Development Board is a local organization made up of representatives from business, education, labor, government, and community organizations. And they do things like developing strategies to address workforce training needs and economic development goals. What would work in a place like Patterson, for instance, wouldn't work in Toms River. So every region of the state has its own local workforce development board to make decisions about programs that are right for that area. The One Stop Career Center is kind of the public face of this group. It's a joint state and county run office that aims to make accessible to the public everything that one would need in order to mount a successful job search campaign. And what that means for the business community is that, to use our unofficial tagline, we're the place where talent meets opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Our office is a place that businesses large and small can come to when they need recruitment or training assistance. We have programs that address all phases of the business life cycle.
Yeah. Well, I know that certainly our listeners probably would like to learn a little bit more about that because they are at all phases of the job life cycle. We have, younger listeners, and as I mentioned, people that have maybe retired from their first career and are looking to either be reintroduced to something new or the community itself, maybe get some sort of routine going and find even a part-time job. So can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Sure. Well, we work with related agencies like the Small Business Development Center or the New Jersey Business Action Center. So it's not unusual for me to find myself speaking with somebody who maybe has an idea for a new business that they want to start, but they don't know where to begin. Now, once a business is ready to hire, or when a company first comes into the area and they need to hire for their new location, we can host recruitment events in our office or online. And if the business takes on somebody who, for instance, collected unemployment in the last year or who is currently receiving assistance from social services, we can offer a 50% wage reimbursement for up to half a year. If they hire somebody who's got a disability that requires accommodation, we have a Division of Vocational Rehabilitation Services, and they can offer consultation on the ADA. And there may be an OJT opportunity there as well. If an established business wants to provide training to their existing staff to elevate their skills, we got a program for that too. It's called Upskill New Jersey.
Wow. So there's a lot that you do. And you had mentioned OJT. What is that, if you want to, expand on that as well as some of the other programs you mentioned?
Yeah, sure. We do love our acronyms. But OJT stands for on-the-job training. It's a wage reimbursement model that incentivizes employers to take on candidates that they might otherwise be hesitant about. I mentioned the recently unemployed and social services clients, but there are OJT opportunities available for other groups as well. If an employer offers a full-time, year-round job to a qualifying candidate, we can reimburse 50% of the wage paid to that individual for up to 6 months or $10,000. We work with the employer to establish a series of training goals. We call them benchmarks. Mm-hmm. And the duration of the agreement is based on the difference between what the employee needs to learn versus the skills that he or she already has. And it's important to note that these programs are only available for new hires who are not family members, and the agreement has to be in place and established before the candidate starts working. It takes a little less than a week to get the paperwork all lined up, so if a business owner or a hiring manager might be interested in taking part in an OJT program, they should reach out to the One Stop Career Center first.
Yeah, it's all such a valuable, whether you're an employer or whether you're a job seeker, there's a lot to be gained from connecting with your office. But we do want to talk real quick about February 27th, because we are really excited. As I mentioned, the Southern Ocean Chamber is partnering with Exelon, Hackensack Meridian, the New Jersey Department of Labor and Workforce Development, Atlantic City Electric. We're bringing local businesses together in a 9,000 square foot grand ballroom for the first comprehensive job fair targeting both full-time and part-time candidates for career advancing positions. And that's very important because, we are centrally located regionally, and we'd like to get people out, thinking it doesn't have to be just from Southern Ocean County. It could be from anywhere in the region that wants to look for assistance and resources, as well as maybe meet employers face to face. But we have other things that we're really excited about doing. So we're bringing these resources together. We're going to have some great breakout sessions. We're going to be offering professional headshots to update your digital presence or your resume. There's going to be resources for those reentering the workforce. We're going to have coffee service throughout the day to keep everybody energized. There's going to be live broadcasts. And in addition to seasonal work, this afternoon event is really going to emphasize permanent employment opportunities. So we're excited about that. We're certainly excited about the networking opportunities that this is going to provide. We know that just whether you're an employer or whether you're a job seeker, being in a room with people with similar goals is certainly going to help. The brand visibility for the businesses to be there and to be seen by, again, your office and all these other employers to work together. This is a very cost-effective recruitment. It's $50 a table for businesses to be there.
It's dirt cheap.
So it is really a fraction of the cost of traditional recruitment methods. And it's really supporting our local economy. By hiring locally, you really do contribute to the stability of our region. And it not only benefits the businesses, but it strengthens everyone as a whole. So again, just the details about it. This is open to the public from 1 to 4, but for businesses, setup is 1, breakdown is at 5. The event is going to be held at Mainland Manahawkin, and it is on February 27th. So we're really excited about it. If you're interested in registering, there's an online form if you go to visitLBIRegion.com, or you can contact our office, 609-494-7211. But we certainly encourage businesses to be a part, to advance full and part-time work in our area and come out and meet great people like Samuel who can help you take maybe some of your goals a little bit further from programs that maybe you weren't aware exist. So we're excited about that as well. So back to you, Sam. But now that we said all that, we're going to talk a little bit more how to reach out to your office directly and how does somebody get started?
Well, we have a lot to offer the business community. It's easy to get in touch with us. Just shoot me an email or give me a call. I'm samuel.ware@dol.nj.gov, or you can call my cell number at 609-358-3576. As I mentioned, every county has at least one-stop career center. Every office has a business rep like me. All of our contact information can be found on the web. We're out in the field a lot, and in my case, I run 3 offices. So by all means, don't be afraid to call the cell phone or send an email. We're always eager to help.
Well, we're really excited again to have you on board with us for February 27th, but please reach out if there is a job seeker or an employer that hears, what we're talking about this morning. We'd love to see you on the 27th, but please, if there's something that, Samuel can help you with prior to, please reach out to him and his team, because you never know what could happen. 2025, there's a lot of potential, and we want to make sure everybody grows, together. So thank you for joining us and starting off, the conversation.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Okay, great. See you on the 27th.
Take care. See you then.
Take care. So exciting stuff, right, Billy?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's
been a big growth period. I know we always tend to focus on seasonal work, which is very important for our summer season. But in talking to businesses and certainly talking to residents, people are looking for, hey, we live down here year round. We'd like to have something a little bit more, available to us the 12 months a year. So we're trying something new, and we're really excited to bring that to everybody.
And I actually have had a few people to say, I don't know where to find a job. I don't know. I don't know who's hiring.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, well, here's an opportunity.
Yeah, here's an opportunity to really get in with, and again, not only will there be local employers there, but there'll also be county and state employers there.
Yeah.
So it really is a chance to maybe advance your career or think about, a switch. So we're excited to be able to offer that. Again, it's at the mainland from 1 to 4 for the job seekers. For the businesses, just contact the chamber and get involved because it's a great way to do that. So we did mention in the beginning of the show, big game time.
Yes.
Now,
yes.
and you also mentioned the weather, so I'm going to change the subject a little bit, just so everybody knows. Traditionally, St. Francis does the Super Plunge event on Super Bowl, but this year they have moved it to March 15th, I believe, because of weather being super chilly.
Isn't it supposed to be a polar plunge?
Yeah, a little more polar than they like. So I just wanted everybody to be aware of that. If you are planning on doing that, certainly reach out to St. Francis and get registered for next month. And then coming up in line with Valentine's Day and some other things that are happening, Sweet Memory is having a wedding cake open house on the 9th. So, for those that have already took the plunge, so to speak, not to be funny, but you can save the date for February 9th, and you can go to this wonderful complimentary wedding cake tasting open house from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's at a Sweet Memory Cake Shop. They're located at 521 Route 9 in Waretown. You can stop by between 10 and 4 and meet the wedding cake decorating team, taste an array of cake fillings and buttercream, and you can even receive a complimentary tasting kit to go. You can find out more by calling a Sweet Memory at 609-242-0153, or you can find their information on the chamber website at visit lbiregion.com. I'll just tell you, a Sweet Memory did both my daughter's wedding cakes, and they were beautiful and delicious. So, I'm sure all bakeries, they have their special touch. So, make this time, this season of love, if you want to say, for Valentine's Day. Go meet up with some bakeries, go talk. Visit lbiregion.com has a number of them, and you could go right on our website and you can connect with Anne Marie, or you could connect with some of the others that are on there, because they're all just local business owners willing to make really your dreams come true for your special day. And for Valentine's Day, when everybody's thinking about getting engaged, the cake comes pretty fast afterwards, right? You gotta celebrate. So we have that coming up. Also on the 9th is of course the big game, the Super Bowl. And there are plenty of caterers and bakeries and breweries, local breweries like Pinelands and Manafirk, and to help you outfit for the big game. And if you decide you want to go out and share the fun with the crowd, plenty of restaurants and taverns and bars to do that too. Go to visit lbiregion.com for more information if you need some ideas of what's available. You could always follow us on social media as well, Southern Ocean Chamber or or LBI Region. And then we want to remind people too that in addition to all that's happening with Valentine's Day and Super Bowl, there is tickets to be had, because the Maximilian Foundation on the 15th of February at Stack is doing a magic show. And then Surflight is having their open house from 11 to 2 over in Beach Haven, if you want to learn more about that.
So, Lori, along with everything that we've been talking this whole month about, the workforce, improving the workforce, other events are actually happening this month as well. I know we have a ribbon cutting coming up and a Women in Business coming up as well.
Yes, it's celebration all around. So we certainly want to congratulate Bruno's Barbershop. Danielle Bruno and her team, they are going to be cutting the ribbon. We will be at a grand opening providing the fanfare Saturday, February 22nd from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. This is at 100 McKinley Avenue in Manahawk. You can meet Danielle and her talented team of barbers. There's going to be local pop-up vendors, light refreshments. There's going to be giveaways. There's going to be complimentary consultants. There's just going to be a lot happening. This is her second location. So, she does have the Bruno's Barbershop on Bay Avenue. This is the Bruno's Barbershop and Lounge, and so excited about being part of just this great, great business, great woman-owned business, really just achieving such success. So not only are we going to be there on the 22nd, but we have our Women in Business on February 25th at the McKinley Avenue location. So it's a great morning to celebrate the expansion of the business. Danielle's going to be there with her dream team. They're going to have a morning of networking and light refreshments and just learn more about the vision of the business. If you want to RSVP, there is no cost, but you do need to reserve your spot at February 25th event by contacting Kate at sochamber.com or calling 609-494-7211. We've been doing Women in Business since 2017. It's just a popular program, bringing women from every stage of their career, just providing them with supportive network of peers. And we're just happy to bring it once again to February. So February 25th, congratulations to Bruno's. So a lot going on. We definitely have more coming in February. As I mentioned, we have our nonprofit forum. We have our job fair. Next week, we'll talk a little bit more about women in business. We have some ribbon cuttings. Just a lot of great information. Again, always visit lbiregion.com. We do have this podcast. It's always available for you there, as well as our newsroom. So everything we talk about on air is always online with links and more information to get you where you need to be.
And make sure you subscribe to our show as a podcast wherever you find podcasts or watch video podcasts.
That's even better.